Hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Juliet. In case you're new here, I'm a Pearson Test of English tutor. All I do here is to share tips, tricks, and strategies on how you can ace your Pearson Test of English exam. If I sound like that tutor that you need, please don't forget to buzz me. Thank you to all my returning subscribers. In today's video, we'll be basically talking about PTE writing. And the first task in the PTE writing, which is a summarized written test, that is where our focus will be on today. We're going to be looking at the tips and tricks and how you can ace this task. Now, prior to this time, I had done a video on this task. Today, I just want to do an extended task tour, not like a task tour. I want to do like an extended teaching on what you can do and how you can ace this task. Now, stay with me to the end of this video so you know what you can do. Now, these are the points that you need to know. I mean, these are the basic things you need to know about this task. This is the first task in the PTE writing, and you have one or two of these tasks on Thursday. This task will contribute scores to both PTE writing and PTE reading modules. You're expected to read a given paragraph or sets of paragraphs. Then you summarize that paragraph in a sentence that will not be more than 75 words. You actually have a word count there on the screen showing you how many words you have used up or you have written, okay? You'll be given 10 minutes to do this task. That means if you have 10 minutes. If you have another one, once you exhaust the first 10 minutes, they'll give you another 10 minutes for the next one. Now, even if you finish the first one in 5 minutes, you can't borrow the time over to the next task or to the next of the same task, okay? All right, how are you scored for this task? You're scored 2 marks for content. That is your ability to use some of the words in the test, the original test on the original paragraph. Not everything. If you like, you can do a paraphrase of those words. Or you can actually use everything. I mean, I say to my student most times that this is a computer-based exam that you can give the computer back what it has given to you. Yeah, you'll still pass. Then the next thing you'll be scored for will be form. That means the length, which is 75 word count, not less than 5, no more than 75 word count. So it means if you shoot over 75, that means that you will lose the mark for form. The next criteria you'll be scored for will be grammar, 2 marks. Is your sentence grammatically right? So that's why I say it's even better kind of to give back the same content you have. Okay, that saves you the error of grammar or the error in grammar. Yeah. So the next criteria you'll be scored for will be vocabulary, how rich your vocabulary is. All right. That's what another thing so in total, you will see that you're supposed to score 7 marks for this task. And this 7 marks will not all go to the PTE writing. Some will go to the PTE reading. All right. Now, this is what I want to introduce today. I know that some of us already know that we can use comma to separate the sentences since they want us to just write a sentence. So we can get the first sentence, which is a topic sentence, and look for another sentence and add it together. We could use comma to differentiate that. Now, I'm going to be sharing this with you today because this works. Now, the first thing I have here says applying comma rule to independent clauses. Independent clauses are complete sentences on their own. So, in the Summarise written test, I'm going to be showing us some examples like the one I got from one of the websites. You have complete sentences, but you can't just summarize only on one of those sentences, okay? You have to get more than one of those sentences or look at them critically and then summarize what they want to summarize just in one sentence. All right. So, and those sentences, because some of them are complete on their own, they are called independent clauses. All right, I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. You can see here, Jess is cleaning her room. It's a complete sentence. I don't have to say other things. It's Jess cleaning her room. That's a question. But this says Jess is cleaning her room. So it's stating a fact, which is a complete sentence. The next one here is Mom is cooking dinner. Complete sentence. Chris is driving the van. Complete sentence. All right, just follow me. Now, look at the rule here, and I want to explain it. So this is how you can try out this task on Thursday. You can try it out first on any of the websites available, and you submit, and you get a good score. When you want to connect to independent clauses, like we usually have in the Summarise working test, we can use coordinating conjunctions. I'm going to explain, okay? I'm not here to make the class look difficult. Now, remember, I've already explained that independent clauses are complete sentences on their own. And if you recall, in the summarized spoken text, they give you paragraphs upon paragraphs, or they give you sentences in those paragraphs, okay? So your ability to summarize the sentences in those paragraphs into one would make you get the score that you need. So we're going to be using comma to do that, but you just can't use comma in English language. You can't just use it anyhow in English language. There are some guided rules, which is what I'll be teaching you here. Now, there are things we call coordinating conjunctions, and they just have an acronym, Fanboys. So instead of you to forget it, just recall Fanboys. Juliet says Fanboys. All right. So F is for, A is for and, N is for no, B is for boys, O is for or, Y is for yet, and S is for so. Now, these are the coordinating conjunctions that you can use for this kind of task. You can use them to join two sentences together and make them into one with the help of a comma. So remember, Juliet says that you can use a coordinating conjunctions to connect two independent clauses or two complete sentences so that you can have a good summary for your Summarise Written test. All right, so all we need to do is write the first sentence, which is usually a topic sentence that we want to write from the paragraph. Then we'll put a comma. Then we'll add the coordinating conjunction you want to use before adding the next sentence. Remember, the coordinating conjunction are Fanboys. Okay, I've explained it before. You can actually pause this video and go back to the previous thing I have said. That way, you would get it. All right. For example, look at what I have here. Jess is cleaning her room. Then you see this word here, comma, and then look at the coordinating conjunction I use here, and I added this other complete sentence, Mom is cooking dinner. Remember when I had shown us example of the independent clauses, I said they're complete sentences. So when I gave some examples like Jess is cleaning her room, and I also said, give another one that says Mom is cooking dinner. So because I want to kind of summarize this thing or join the two complete sentences together, I'm using the comma rule. I put comma after the first sentence, then I introduce the coordinating conjunction and I put the next sentence, Mom is cooking dinner. So see the trick there. You put the first sentence, you put a comma immediately after the first sentence, then you add the coordinating conjunction, which is and, or any of them. It could be for, it could be a, which is and, it could be and, which is no. Recall the Fanboys. All right. And I added this one here, Mom is cooking dinner. And then there should be a full stop here. Yeah. So the next one I have here is, I'm really excited tonight, comma, but, which is a coordinating conjunction, I'm still going to have an early night. I hope this makes sense to you. All right. So this is an example of what the exam looks like, the kind of paragraphs you will see. This is just one part of the paragraph I just copied. You can see here, they said a recent incident at Meta's Facebook left users worried as a social media giant announced earlier this week. All they want you to do here, I'm not just going to read through, all they want to do here is to summarize this paragraph in one sentence that will not be more than 75 word counts. All right, let's see what I have done. Recall we are using the comma rule, where when you get the first sentence or you paraphrase the first sentence, you put a comma, then you use any of the coordinating conjunction, which is Fanboys, any of them, not all of them. Use any of them, then you link up another sentence from the paragraph to it. That's where you would have just a sentence, and remember to put a full stop at the end of that sentence you have formed. That gives you the summary. That gives you a good example of the Summarise Written test they want you to do. Now look at what I've done here. A current incident at Meta's Facebook left customers worried as the social media giant announced earlier this week that over 1 million users may have had their credentials compromised, comma. But Facebook has said that not all of the roughly 1 million devices may have had their credentials compromised. So look at the first sentence I have here, all these ones here. Then you can see the coordinating conjunction I have introduced here, which is but. But hold on, after the first sentence, you can see the comma. This is the comma rule we introduced here. Then we have one of the coordinating conjunction, which is but. Then we have the next sentence here. Recall, this is the Facebook is starting with capital F because it's a proper noun. It's a name of a company or a name of an organization. It's a specific name of a company. So that's why you still see me maintaining it, the first letter with capital letter, because it's a proper noun. You can see here has said that not all of the roughly 1 million devices may have had their credentials compromised and a full stop. So this is a good way to summarize that task that was given, the example that was given. I hope this video will help you so you can add more scores to your writing and also add more scores to your reading, especially if you want to ace 79, even 65 in the PTE exam. All right, so this brings me to the end of this video. I hope I was able to teach you this new trick here that you can apply to your Pearson test of English. Now, if you want me to teach you more rules on English language, on how to do a summary, please do not hesitate to ask me, because there are also other rules like the semicolon rules and other rules, okay? There are many things I know about this task. So remember to click on the subscribe button. Remember to turn on your notification bell, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.